Okay, next we'll go to settings, discussion. So a lot of options here. I'm not sure I'll go through every single one. But basically, discussions means comments. Comments that appear on your pages or your posts. So, okay, default article settings. Attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article. I would leave that checked. Allow link notifications from other blogs, pingbacks and trackbacks, as they're called, on new articles. Basically, in the comments, do you want automatic comments to appear saying this site has linked here, this site has linked here? Often, if you allow all these links, especially if your site is popular, it can become very cluttered and interfere with the comment, the flow of comment, the flow of discussion. I would probably say no, or if you do, manually approve which ones appear and which don't. But I'm going to turn that off. Okay, allow people to post comments on new articles. You generally want this. I understand why people turn comments off entirely, but I feel a site's really lacking if blog posts don't have comments. And I don't know, a site, I go to a site, I read a really enjoyable article and they've turned comments off, and I don't know, I feel it's, it makes the site a lot less interesting to me and less likely to visit again. But sometimes the comments have as much valuable information or even more valuable information as the actual article. Obviously, it's a hassle to manage comments, but it's a trade-off. So, okay, other comment settings. Comment author must fill out name and email. I would say you want this at the bare minimum. Like if you specify they must be registered and logged in, you're hardly going to get any comments at all. It stops comment spam, but it cuts down on comments pretty much entirely. Automatically close comments on articles older than. I mean, you want to close articles at some point. Otherwise, your entire life could be spent moderating comments. So perhaps 14 days or 7 days or whatever you choose. Okay, enable threaded, nested comments. Rather than all the comments appearing in one line, comments that are a reply to another comment appear indented. So it's easier to follow conversations that way. So I would leave that. I wouldn't break up comment pages. You may choose to break up very long pages with lots of comments over multiple pages, but I prefer not to. Okay, email me, you don't want that. You're going to get, you might do at the start, but if your site is popular, you're going to get bombarded, unless it's an email address you never check. And same there. If you're moderating comments, you just want to make a habit of logging in regularly to approve or deny them. So I would say generally you don't want that. Comment must be manually approved, because if people, it will cut down on spam obviously, but it also slows down conversation. So I don't know, it's a trade-off. If you're moderating comments quickly, maybe that's fine. Maybe having it off. If you're moderating comments quickly, maybe having it checked is fine. But if people are excited about an article, enjoy an article, or even if, have a strong opinion about it, you want people taking part. You want people spending time on your site. So they submit a comment and then they get a message saying, this comment will be moderated. And then 2 days later, the comment still hasn't appeared. That's going to annoy them. So either moderate quickly or don't moderate at all, or what you can do is, if they've already had a comment moderated, their next comment appears automatically. So that can be helpful. But let's say, when the site isn't receiving many visitors, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to say manually approved, but I'm going to be quick about it, and then after they've had a comment approved, the next one appears automatically. Okay, hold a comment in the queue if it contains 2 or more links. I would probably say 1 or more links. Very few comments have links in them or should have links in them. And you can specify words that also cause it to be held in moderation, in the moderation queue. And when it contains any of this content, name, URL, it will be marked as spam. Okay. So avatars. Avatars are like this. I would say you want to show avatars. Or actually, maybe not. It's up to you. It depends how you want your site to look. There are plugins which add a lot to this functionality. For example, Gravatar. So people's photos can appear next to their comments. So actually, I'm going to turn that off. But if you were to leave it on, okay, maximum rating G. Default avatar, well, we could say blank actually, rather than this silhouette, because if that silhouette appears one comment after the other, it's going to become maybe a bit annoying. Okay, so that's it. Actually, not as many options as I thought. And this is, yeah, pretty straightforward. You may want to give this a bit of thought depending exactly how you want your site to look. But yeah, I would say those options are pretty safe and should work for a vast majority of websites.